Welcome back to Crazy Bowl TV. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Big up to yourself. We see people already in the chat. Thank you so much. But please share, subscribe, and like. I got the Kennel with me. Barry, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. No complaints.
Good. You had a great weekend?
Great. No, not necessarily. I worked yesterday. I think I put in about 10 hours yesterday.
Jeez. So basically, you didn't even see your boy, is it Ashish, your boy from Qatar, do his thing on the Asian stage?
Well, I said I work. I didn't say I didn't watch the games.
I'm just saying, 10 hours, that's a long time, bro.
Yeah, but best believe the phone was propped up on the engine. It was propped up on.
Yes, sir. You know how you do it.
Bro, yeah, best believe the phone was propped up all over the place during work, man. Maybe that's why it's 10 hours, because I was just too busy watching the games.
Man was taking his time and like, let me wrench this engine real quick.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through doing something. I was like, yo, what's happening there? Penalty. Put it away. All right, cool. I'm laying down on my back. Penalty. Whoa. What's happening there? Took it away. I'm like, penalty. I'm like, put this up right there.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. I guess we won the Belgian shows. Belgium, big up to the Belgian brothers. Oh, and everybody picked up Qatar to win. I didn't know this is their back-to-back. You know,
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, bro. So I think, all right, let me try to get my memory right.
Mm-hmm.
Did they host their last World Cup, right?
Yeah, they hosted the last World Cup.
All right. They didn't bring a thief to the World Cup.
Right.
They got invited to CONCACAF, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't bring a thief.
Yeah.
In this tournament, they brought a thief. You see what happened. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, there are some rumors that you are like, you know, if this guy were to come to Liverpool, he might do better than somebody on our left side. I don't know who the person's on the left side. We got like 3 of them. So, but those are the rumors. You know, I don't rely on rumors. But if you would like to share some news on that part.
No, it wasn't rumors. I was saying, because if you think about like pens, how many guys is tucking away 3 pens in one game?
Yeah.
In our team, no, I'm talking about in our team. Who do you trust to give the ball 3 times back to back?
I mean, Salah is the one who takes it, but he's been 75% lately. So
that means he probably took away 2 out of the 3.
You know what I'm saying?
Nunes, it's you know, it's up in the head. And then the other thing is, like, really and truly, none of our wingers is really like set the place alight with their like goals and assists, along with looking, you know, pleasing in the game, because most of them, they rarely beat their man. Like standing their guy up and being that creative guy doesn't really happen. Like Diaz, no disrespect to him, but like I said, if you take away the name and the hype around him, right, he's not really different from like a man like Ben Dork. Like Ben Dork throughout the game, you know what I'm saying, he'll have you on the edge of your seat, but then there's no real end product. And look at all of Diaz's goal. Like which one of his goal is like a worldie? You're like, yo, they all just like some what you call those, just the desire goals, like diving in, sliding in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say. It's like none of them are really like saucy goals. Go pull up the last saucy goal Diaz score. I think it might be against Palace, where he kind of just dribble to 2 men and then slap it in.
Yeah,
and that's time ago. Might have been even 2 seasons ago. So. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say is the ones we have, they're good, but they're getting stale, bro, and they're easy.
Bro, I think we will have to talk about, because I don't know.
It's no. I don't want you to like dig up on it, like
no, because I have questions, bro.
But a thief coming in would be like Mahrez. Remember when Mahrez came in, bro? Mahrez was killing man with that fake shot cutback.
He was slipping, like he would.
But it wasn't slippery. It's just people didn't know when really gonna do it. So Mahrez kept sitting down, man, like 3 times. He'll cut left, he'll cut right, he'll cut left. But people wasn't used to that. So then Mahrez became like, yo, nah, this guy's exciting to watch. I think that's the kind of impact like a FIFA have. Because when Diaz came in, yo, people was like, yo, they don't know what to expect because they were just so used to Mane and Salah. Then all of a sudden, not getting found out, like, yo, this guy really and truly ain't gonna do no stepovers and run passes, you know. So, so then we'll just force him inside and then dispossess him. So now I feel like then we need another guy like that. Like, I think Afif can be that. Gakpo came in, twist up man. So what I'm trying to say is not like the guys will have as bad. It's like, yo, they just don't have any more dimension to their game.
No, I mean, and the reason why I say we need to talk about that is because yesterday's game, okay, I care about the 3 points better than the performance. I mean, I want the performance has to be well, not just have a shit house and then get 3 points. It's not sustainable. But let's talk about yesterday's game, and it'll come into the conversation where I said there's more things needs to discuss. The defense, I mean, with the situation that's going on, I understand why the manager picked that defense. Konate has the red card, so he's back next match. So he was not unavailable. And then we heard that 2 players got the flu, which is Allison and Gomez. So that means the manager just had to rely on Trent. And then during the match, Trent also apparently he re-aggravated his knee injury. So now we got CJ playing right back. And people, I'm not going to start any rumors, but Curtis Jones did very well playing a right back. He was very just saying, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to stay in my place, cover the spaces so that nobody runs behind me. And he did very well for a player that we've never seen play right back before. Robo, yeah, he kept it safe. He didn't do anything too much risky or whatever, but Robo was okay. Virgil is Virgil, and Kwanzaa still in developing. So there's nothing much you could say about Kwanzaa. The goalkeeper was okay. Goalkeeper was okay. I wasn't too overly impressed. It shows that some of the defenders still doesn't have full trust in him, even though he's taking us to the final. But in terms of the defense, what do you say about yesterday's match, Barry?
Defensively, bro, I don't even know Burnley's attacker. Like, I know you're a Liverpool fan, and I know you want to like focus on Liverpool, but you have to take into consideration we played against Burnley, bro. Burnley isn't the type of team you measure your defense against.
That's true.
So when you're asking me about the defense, bro, we're up against Burnley. Like, who's Burnley most dangerous player? That's an honest question I'm gonna ask you.
Honestly, I don't know.
Exactly. Don't know. So if you don't know their most dangerous player, I don't think we should be commenting on the defense, bro. No, that's where I want to bring it, because how can I tell you like Curtis Jones at right back had a good game when you can't tell me Burnley's most dangerous player? How can I tell you Kwanzaa, whatever happened in that game, he was really up against it. So I need to be judging his level, and you can't tell me who Burnley most dangerous player is. So when you come up against teams like that, where you don't really know much about them and you're not really expecting much about them, getting the winner is the only thing that matters. Hence the reason why I went on N's calling show. Yeah. And I asked N's like, yo, the performance is what the performance is. Correct. But the standout thing for me was McAllister's 3rd game in the 8th position. One I forgot who the first one was, but it was really poor. Second one, he got kicked the shit out of. And then in this game, it was his third game in the 8th position. So I was asking them, like, yo, you know, what you men's thought on him? Because other than that, everything else seemed pretty, you know what I mean? It's straightforward, bro. Like wingers didn't perform well, but get a goal. It's okay. We're going to say man's back to his top form, because his top form is. You see, so when you ask me about the defense, I can't tell you like, yo, Kelleher definitely showed that he's the second best goal. There's not really much to go off of defensively. Rabo coming back, I think he's just getting back to sharpness. VVD, I think he might need to learn on, you know, leading that back line properly. Kwanzaa, like you said, bro, Kwanzaa is what, 20, 21 maybe? Learning the craft.
Yeah.
For me, wait, they scored off of a set piece yesterday?
A set piece, yeah. Which was your boy Diaz, and I think somebody.
Endo and Diaz, I think.
Yeah, they were not communicating, and also they chose the wrong player. The tallest players, the shortest players are guarded. That did not make sense to me.
No, it's not about guarding. It's about the zonal. Remember, we don't play man to man. So if we're playing zonal and the biggest player run in the zone of the shortest player, bro, you can't do nothing but that but hope. You know what I'm saying?
True. When somebody got a jump on you, it's a wrap.
So I don't want to break it down too deep, you know, like Pep Linda's book. But think about the defense like this. You're guarding a set piece and you're running zone. Okay, that's what your defense is doing. The opposition best bet is, yo, you see where my man is number 3. Yo, big man, run where number 3 is, because that's where I'm gonna put the ball. Right. Now he puts the ball in Endo zone, and in Endo zone is where the biggest man run. So that's why I don't really think the zonal thing is a good thing, because
I agree with you.
You know how the defense, you know how the attackers normally line up one by one like that. If they look at the guy and be like, yo, these men do zonal. The biggest guy, you run where the shortest guy is, because that's where I'm gonna put it. Well, we're gonna come up second best every time.
Every single time, yeah.
Because it's a zonal, and all they're doing is attacking a certain zone. And if that zone is where the shortest man, like your Elliott's and them man, is at, we can't say we get it wrong. It's a zonal. They just attack the weakest part of the zone. So back to what I originally said. When you're coming up against teams like this, it's really hard for you to judge the defense, because you can't say the defense was shit because of that zonal thing. Because the zonal is just what it is. It's just zonal. So if you know football, all you can do when you're doing zonal is pray. The guy putting a ball in doesn't put it on a dime. The big guys doesn't attack the small guy's zone. That's all you can hope for. You see what I'm trying to say? So in zonal, I think you're saying, I dare you to put a great ball in, and I dare you to attack the weakest part of the zone. Right. That's all you can do in a zonal, bro. That's all you can do in a zonal. But when you go man to man, that's when you be like, yo, how you let this man out jump you? How you let, you know what I'm trying to say? So for this one, it's really about exploiting the weak points of the zone. So could Kelleher gotten something on that? Bro, you're fishing with a defensive talk. You're more pressed to be like, yo, why didn't the attack or the midfield show me more in the game?
Right. Yes, I mean, honestly, question, who do you guys blame for the header? I think it was more of a communication issue. Plus, Zuberi has eloquently said they practice that type of set piece. They're like, find me the weakest, or not the weakest, actually, the shortest player, and that's where the taller player is going to attack. So if we are not
and to be fair, it's not even about practicing. It's like that's where football IQ come into play. I'm not gonna say Burnley and them and have football and IQ to understand that. But I have to give Vincent Kompany his props, because Vincent Kompany was a tower of a defense, right?
So he knows
an aerial threat and a power end, right?
Yeah.
He probably would have come up against man-to-man and zonal defense in his career. And he probably would have told the guys like, yo, guys, listen, Liverpool does zone. All you big men, look in that zone
Mm-hmm.
and see where the short guys are lining up, and that's where you run. Free kick takers, penalty, corner kick takers. Look where the shortest guys are in that zone and put the ball there. Big man, because think of bro. I can't spell it out for the football players and the football fans, but I'm gonna try the best. If you see the zone lining up and you're taking that kick, don't just swing a hopeful kick in.
Yeah.
Bro, aim for where the short man is. Big man, you see where the short guys are lining up on that zone, that's where you run. Now, if the ball goes exactly there and the big guys go exactly there, bro, there's no communication you can do to stop that.
That's true.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And
that's just football and IQ at its highest right there. Because if I'm a coach, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, yo, get the zonal.
Right.
The zonal. And if I'm a coach, I'm not doing zonal, I'm doing man-to-man. Man-to-man cause some chaos in the box in that, which you know, if you don't really like chaos, you'll go zonal. There's risk to both. I can break down both of them. I can break down both of them. I'm gonna tell you right now, zonal is the least risk. Because it's just like you stay in your zone and try to beat any guy running in the zone. It's not gonna work if you're 5'6" up against a 6'4" guy. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. And they're gonna use that against you every single time. And they will be playing for set pieces every single time. But in terms of the midfield, before Trent left, we think we had McAllister, Endo, and Jones. Now, during the match and after the match, I saw people texting saying, "Oh, Endo is playing the 8." Some people say, "No, McAllister is the one playing the 8." I saw it more as they were interchanging. But in the second half, Klopp told Endo to sit in the 6, and then McAllister, push up a little bit. It was a little bit unbalanced to me, because the passes was not coming off well. If it was an away game, I understand, but we were at Anfield, 60,000+, the first time ever. So that's why, yes, I'm definitely going with the 3 points. Like I said, this is the end game. So 3 points is the key, not mostly sexy football, joga bonito. But if the team is unbalanced, especially our main part of the team, it's unsustainable. Do you agree?
You're talking about the team being unbalanced?
In the midfield, with Endo and McAllister, they were interchanging between 8 and 6. And you could feel like, that's why I know you said, hey, this is the second or third time we see McAllister playing a little bit on the further up the pitch. And it didn't quite work that well. He was getting caught up a couple of times on the ball.
The thing with 8s, right? And look, if it work, it work. If it doesn't work, it's one of them things where if it works, right? Because how I view 8s, especially when you do 3 midfield and 2 8, right? Those 2 8 has to be ball carriers.
Right.
Or your 6 is an actual ball carrier. Because if your 6 is a ball carrier, he can turn on the ball and run past 2 guys. The 2 8s running next to him, wingers running wide, and striker through the middle, or wingers cutting in. Once you break past that first press, bro, the team is open up. Hendo, McAllister, Curtis. Out of them 3, you tell me only one of them is a ball carrier, and that's Curtis. So if that's the case, you're better off doing a double pivot in a 10.
Say that again.
So like, I don't want to like ooze out football and IQ. So when you have two men, that's better suited in a double pivot. Because Hendo and McAllister probably should have just been a double pivot.
A double pivot, yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So you're saying it's on balance. That's what you're getting. But because McAllister won a World Cup, and at Brighton he ran through our team, which our team wasn't really hard to run through, because he only run through Liverpool when we had that bad season. It's not like
the year before we didn't really see who he was.
I mean, I knew who he was, but
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, and Brian is saying it, Klopp won't use a 10. I get the fact that he won't use a 10, but that is the
Right.
reason why I have been calling for him to like, yo, just step off, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because the players we have, and it's no disrespect to him, because like I
Yeah.
said, when it works, right?
Works,
When
right.
it don't work, it looks weird.
Yep.
You said the team look unbalanced. Of course, it's gonna look unbalanced. You have a holding guy, you have a double pivot guy playing in a driving role, and he doesn't drive well.
Right.
You have a lone six when you're better off just taking him to put him as a double pivot and let Curtis play in front of him through the middle. Curtis can also drop in if he needs to.
He needs to, yep.
Bro, you're better off running that tactic than having your number 10 or number 9 dropping in. Bro, you might as well put a 10 there, keep your number 9 up, and then your 10 can drop in as a flat 3, or you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is when Klopp do things like this, bro, it's almost like the players you have, you're not using them in their best interest. You're not using them in their best position. Because think about what I'm trying to say to you. And this is, you can say it's hindsight or not, but just think of it going forward.
Yeah.
If Hendo or McAllister is on a pitch, there's no point in putting one in the 6 and one on the right, or one in the 8, then tell them to interchange. Because you want your 8s to be able to break the lines with their dribbling. None of those two guys is going to break the line with their dribbling. You're better off putting them as a double pivot and then ask the 10 to drop into the 6 if need be from time to time. You see what I'm trying to say? Bro, if you run that tactic, the number 9 can just stay number 9. The wingers can do winger stuff. And then the fullbacks can do fullback stuff.
Right.
I'm not blaming Klopp for the way we look on balance, but he's the one setting these guys up. And he's so hell-bent in keeping the same system with different players. He's not really realizing what he has.
So sometimes it feels that way. It does feel that way.
He's willing to risk the team performance just to mold a guy and squeeze him into that one little position, bro. It's
create a whole new something. Yeah.
Yeah, why are you doing that, bro? Just like let man be man, bro. Bro, you have too many number 10s to be, fucking them off. He had some decent number 9s. Yeah, he had decent number 9s that he could have just run as number 9s, but he want to run them as false 9. That's not even at their strength. He has number 9, he wants to run on the wing. He has winger, he wants to run through the middle. And it's like, bro, you're all over the place, man. Just work with what you got. So that's when a new manager comes in and look at the team and go, 4-2-3-1. Done.
4-2-3. I mean, he did great things.
But 4-2-3-1 is the same thing as like 4-3-3, but the 4-3-3 is like a holding 4-3-3 where you have 2 double pivot in a 10. And then you still have your left wing, right wing, and your strike. You see what I'm trying to say? So there's different variation to, but all you're gonna be doing is ask that 10 to drop in. That's who we have as a 10 that can drop in. Curtis is the perfect 10 that can drop in.
And he holds the ball so well.
McAllister can be a 10 that drops in, but the only thing I'm gonna say, I don't know what McAllister output as far as like being that late runner and composing the boxes, because he did get a ball over the top. I guess he tried to chest it, shoulder bump it. I don't know what he was trying to do with it. Didn't quite come off, and it makes me go, you've never really been in the box much for Liverpool, so that's your first opportunity. So you might even you're not comfortable dealing with that. You've been here since August, right? It's been here since August. That's the first ball McAllister got in the box, and it's February. What does that tell you? Even if he was that guy, he didn't even remember how to do that, bro.
True. Now, Brian has a question. He said, do you think he uses Trent like a 10, not in the 10 position, but as a free create? There is truth to that, Brian. You are right. He does put, I mean, that's what everybody was like. Trent is the creative guy in our team, which
a 10 doesn't have to be that, right?
Exactly.
A 10 doesn't have to be a free creative player. A 10 can actually be a very disciplined position guy who doesn't roam. Oftentimes, because the 10 end up being like this maverick type of player, like a KDB, Bernardo Silva, Foden.
Yeah.
Those guys, you wouldn't necessarily want to tell them like, yo, only stay central.
Yeah.
Then you see them guys floating all around, the Grealish, them type of guys. You see them floating all around, Bruno Fernandes. So it looks like they just have this free creativity role. But a 10 can actually be very disciplined and just play almost like a second striker. And think about it in this way. Bobby Firmino is the perfect 10, right?
Yep.
Because he's a 10 that can drop into the 6 and pick the ball up, turn, do whatever it
And
needs
move
to do.
it. Yep.
That's what Firmino was. But instead of playing with a guy in front of Firmino, we're like, okay, this entire middle channel is yours.
Yeah.
That's basically what we do. So how we use our 10 is just giving them the middle channel and said, you're the number 9, you're the number 10, and you're the number 6. Bobby Firmino did it very well. But for you to ask out and out number 9 to come and be the 10 and be the 6, bro, Nunes can't do that. I see him trying to do it. Cool, whatever. I see Gakpo. Gakpo did it very well because he's the actual,
can do it. Yeah.
He can come down in the 6th position, take the ball, turn, beat a guy, spray it off wide, and then run back down.
Yeah.
But then you're burning out the guys, bro. Just get you a 10 that can do the 6 and let the 9 be the 9. So the 9 is still an outlet over the top.
Still stays up there. Yep.
You see what I'm trying to say? A man like Jota is still an outlet running over the top. He can occupy the center backs.
Yeah.
So then your 10 will be occupying like your Rodri, the number 6, and coming back and helping out as well. So
yeah,
I mean that's how I would run it. Some people call that formation 4-2-3-1. It's 4-3-3 with a double pivot. That's what I call it.
No, I mean I'm a big 4-2-3-1 to me is probably the best formation for Klopp because it encompasses everything he wants to do. And for people to be like, why? I said, well, watch his Dortmund team, 4-2-3, 4-2-3-1. That's where he started with the Ganger press. And that team was relentless, exactly like we do. They are all over the place. It felt like there were 22 men playing every single game, right? Of course, we know it's Klopp is overburning of players, and eventually he didn't refresh enough, so they got burned out. But when it was working, that team was I mean, what he did to Madrid was crazy, right? He had Lewandowski score 4 goals against Madrid. What he was doing to Bayern had to copy the style of he was playing to beat Barcelona. So if you remember
time out. I think I get what you're saying. But
no, I'm just saying that formation.
Bro, you can't say he had Lewandowski scoring 4 goals.
No, I'm just saying the game.
Scored them 4 goals.
No, I'm just saying the game, the way
because Nunes get them 4 chances.
He gets the same chances. He does get the same chances.
So I don't want you giving Klopp credit for.
No, I'm just saying
because you're not gonna blame Klopp for a man missing.
No, I'm not gonna make. But what I'm saying is the common denominator is the coach, is the manager. That is his tactics. That is his formation or whatever that he chose to play, and it worked. So I agree. I think the players we have right now, double pivot with a number 10. We got 3 players who could literally play that disciplined number 10. Curtis being one.
I don't like. I mean, it's this exact same position, right? I mean, same formation. When you say 4-2-3-1, you're basically putting the wingers in line with the number 10, and then the one up there by himself.
Right.
I don't like that formation. I like when the wingers are in line with the strikers, especially guys like Diaz and, well, not so much Diaz, but guys like Gakpo on the left and Salah on the right, or even Mane. When you have them type of wingers that cut in, and you have a guy that's just staying up there, Ireland-esque, bro, your team, instead of you asking for fullbacks to be bombing up there, bro, all you have to do is have a number 10 Odegaard type of man that can just drop in the 6 and do what he needs to. Because like I said, once your 10 come in, that pushes your 2 holding player a little wider. Keep your defense very disciplined. So now you don't have to split center backs to go cover the wing because you have your right back and your fullback discipline. So that type of 4-3-3 where you got 1 10 and 2 pivot, bro, it's a safer option. Bro. It's a very safe option because it keeps your backline disciplined. Our backline is not disciplined at all. When I mean discipline, it's because we're not doing traditional backline stuff. Virgil is damn near left center back. Playing left back, and Kanate is a right center back, basically playing right back. And then the right back, what is he doing? Your left back, what is he doing?
Right,
so, bro.
No, I mean, I agree.
The team tactics is counterproductive.
True, but you see, the thing with the 4-2-3-1, You could set it up the way you set it about, the way you talked about, where they line up with the striker, or they could be lined up with number 10. They could tack in or they go wide. So that means your wing back doesn't have to, and the player
They
that
don't have
fits
to go, bro. Basically, you'll get a more balanced team.
exactly, because look at the boy, your boy, Connor, right, Bradley. That 4-2-3-1 fits him perfectly because then his choose options or choice of when he wants to bump forward become very easy for him. It's okay. First half, I'm just gonna bump forward 4 or 5 times. I got 100 miles per hour on me. 4 or 5 times I'm going in. And when he goes in, you got one of the pivot can cover, or even the number 10 can shift on the right side in case a ball were to be sent on that side. But somebody has a fun question for you, Ziberi. What is the difference between Doku and Maximin? Doku is still young. He's finding his feet. He was exciting when he first came to City, but let's be honest, a lot of Liverpool fans were talking about Maximin is supposed to be the next Mane. So everybody's trying to figure out who the next Mane is.
Now, the difference between the two is, Doku is very good in tight spaces, very nifty, very agile, and explosive. The difference between the two is Doku actually went to a team where he's not the best player. Saint Maxim has never done that. Saint Maxim have never went to a team where he wasn't the best player. You go to Newcastle, you're like, nah, Saint Maxim is the star over there. You put Saint Maxim in City, he's not the star over there. So that's the difference between the two. The difference is if Saint Maxim was at City, it's the same headache because, like I said, City got better players are finding them with better ball. Like, look at the ball. Some of the passes we make, it's like, bro, that's trickling to get to the guy. With City, bro, it's the right pace, right space, bro. It's the right pace, right way to pass. Everything is measured.
Yes.
Saint Maxim, bro, I'm seeing him after like slide and track back because some stupid pass got to him. So I think that's the difference, bro. And that's why I always advocate for players that's not like, you wouldn't say they're top tier players, but if you get them around top tier players, they look top tier. They come up again. And that's what I'm saying. I want a thief because think about Salah. Yeah, he was kind of doing this thing at Roma. He was doing this thing at Fiorentina, but you wouldn't put him top 5. He came to Liverpool, top 5.
Yeah, that's true.
A thief. No one knows a thief. He comes to Liverpool.
You'll be cooking.
No, you see that Qatari you in that. Bro, it's like Robertson. It's like Robertson. Got relegated. No one know who the fuck this guy is. We play against City with the rock and roll football. Now you see that left back at Liverpool still. Yo, why
running all day long. Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So that's just the beauty of it all, man. So I think that's the difference between the two. Once you play with better players, man, bro, even if the only thing you have is a good touch,
it shows.
People will see that, like, he got a nice first touch on him. But if you're using a dead team, you can't showcase that because man giving you dead ball left, right, and center. You see what I'm trying to say?
They got that pressure coming. So our front three was Diaz, Nunes, and Jota. I thought they did well, the circumstance, because the midfield, like I said, the midfield was so unbalanced. They barely got enough, touches up top. Nunes, like, there's 2 chances that he missed, and we're like, bro, he did everything perfect. There was one ball that came over his head, and he touched the ball. He caressed the ball so nicely. All he has to do is place it. He places it, the goalie blocks it. The goal that he scored, that was a very hard goal to score because he had to twist his head to put that ball in that corner. Diaz goal, also one of those maverick type of things. You don't see him coming, bam, ball is in the net. Jota does what Jota does. But one guy that I think everybody's kind of low-key changed the game was that boy Elliott, though. Because that man gave 2 assists. He didn't do anything extra like, wow. No, but low-key, you look at him and be like, okay, I see you. I see you. You know.
Let me ask you a question. People in the chat forgive this reference because I hate when people do what I'm about to do and use another sport to justify football. If I'm playing in a basketball and I got shot up top, right? And all I'm doing for the entire game is just alley-oop.
Hey, sometimes.
Wait. And Shaq just catches him, and some of them ain't even a perfect throw, but Shaq.
Yeah.
So he's just doing all the hard work and catching them and smashing them in. Shaq smashed 15 of those. I'm gonna leave that game with 15 assists. Did I really ball out? Did I really do behind the back the no look? Bro, all I did was 15. But all I did was 15 alley hoops.
Bro, we just brought you in, rebound and assist. If we catch you start shooting 3-pointers from the halfway back,
no. The point I'm trying to say is when people say, "Oh, he changed the game because he got 2 assists."
No, he made it simple for us to be able to play because we were on balance. You see what I mean? Like you said, sometimes certain players, they are not that, shouldn't say quiet, but you put him in a simple place and you tell him, I just want you to do exactly what you say. Hey, I just want you to catch the alley hoop and dunk a dunk on that thing.
No,
I don't need to shoot anything.
Throwing up that alley hoop.
Oh, you throw the alley hoop.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, I wouldn't want to come out of that game feeling like I'm the shit because I got 15 assists.
But
when really and truly, Shaq had to do all the hard work. That goal that Diaz scored was
that was hard.
Assist?
That was hard. Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? Was it a perfect assist? Because Diaz
let me hit you with
mountains to score that from.
Let me hit you with this, Barry. There's a meme going around, right? Actually, it's a commercial for Super Bowl. It's Blake Griffin. You know Blake. Everybody remember Blake. All he does is dunk. He barely can shoot, right? So he's at the he goes to a pickup ball, and then he picks a youngin and he say, "Can you play?" The boy said, "Yeah, I can play. Give me the ball." He shoots and the boy misses the ball. Like the brim is here, he shot the ball on that side, right? So Blake was like, "Hey, all I need you is to shoot." So every time the boy shoot, Blake catch the alley hoop, dunk. That's the whole game plan. You know what I mean? So it's exactly what you said. Hey, Elliot, just do this. Don't need to do anything else. We don't have all the big men here. I know you can do it. I trust you can do it. But today, I just need you to just do this. And we would do the rest. And that's exactly what Diaz and Nunes did.
So basically, if we're getting stale,
we are getting stale. And I want us to talk about that. We need to talk about that.
Elliot is so unpredictable. Even though when I'm watching him, he's very predictable. Like I know what
he's a
the difference between him and what we currently have as far as like the main option is very forceful. You know what I mean? So like somehow will get the ball and the ball is calling for a first time right foot cross in the box. Right. And he won't do it. He'll cut in, but when he cut in, he's putting some labored left foot cross in. Where Elliot, exact same position, and I'm like, yo, first time whip that in with your right, Elliot. Elliot cuts in, and instead of forcing it in with his left, he recycles it. So Elliot is safe as an option off the bench. I will never knock him as an option off the bench. It then becomes, if the starters now move to the bench, Elliot, you're now third choice. But in Elliot's mind, I'm so influential off the bench. I should be starting. But there's no Liverpool fan that wants Elliot to start.
No.
Well, I'm not going to speak for the fan base. I don't want him to start.
Yeah.
I don't even think the manager trusts him to start.
I mean, even the people in the chat have said he is better option coming off the bench. But Alexander's asking who's better, Elliot or Gravenberch? And Brian,
no, I think they're talking about Garnacho, the Argentinian.
Oh, Garnacho. Sorry, bro.
Sorry. Do they play the same position? Yes, no, depending on how you line up.
Yeah, just like
Garnacho got more pace. Garnacho's more of that. Okay, this is high end, but Garnacho's more like Cristiano Ronaldo type of player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll watch you and run down on you with his pace. That ain't Elliot. I've seen Elliot with fields in front of him and cuts it in, and I'm like,
why?
I'm like, big man. Nah, bro.
Yeah. Now I think Garnacho has something on him. Something on him. You know, Elliott.
Nah, Garnacho is actually. If we had Garnacho and Elliott, the chances of Garnacho starting would be better than the chances of Elliott starting.
That's true.
And I'm not trying to say like you rate Garnacho highly, but when I'm watching him dragging United through their shit moments,
and one
Elliott in that team ain't dragging United.
Right. Yeah. And Garnacho can take players on. He could.
Bro, the guy's quick. Yo, Quasi, don't be fooled. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're an attacker and you got pace, that separates you from a technical footballer like Shaqiri. Shaqiri never had pace. Technical, good with the left foot, whipper, free kick in corners, all that good stuff. Are we trusting Elliott on free kick? Is that what we're saying? Are we trusting Elliott in corner? So right then and there, Garnacho's ahead of him just off pace. Because running in behind, bro, you're more dangerous running in behind than whatever Elliott's doing these days.
Yeah. Now, and I see there's a big debate in the chat going on. Let's look at the manager and the tactics that he used against Burnley. In a way, the manager doesn't have all his players. He had key players out, and that's not his fault. So he had to come up with something. So the game was, hey, let's just be professional and take this game seriously, and let's, get out of here. We'll get him back. Next time we play with our big hitters, we will do what we usually do. Do you think that he could have chose a better tactics than, because there were some youngins who were on the bench that I'm like, they could have had a shot. Your boy, Clark. I think Clark should have gotten some more, a little bit more game time. Because the reason why I'm saying that, Zubair, is we needed energy in the middle. And the person who usually will give us is Graf, but I heard he was injured during warm-up. So we didn't have that guy who you give him the ball and say, run through their heart, Endo and McAllister, they look kind of like the same type of player, intricate passes in between them. Jones holds the ball to make sure that everybody is doing what? Is running. But if you have Clark in there, Clark is, he's young. He might do some stupid stuff, but when he gets the ball, he's going straight through your throat. He's the closest player to Graf to me than anybody we have right now. And then we had a PO6, which was what's his name? McConnell? I forgot his name.
Yeah, McConnell.
McConnell, yeah, who came in later on. So I know we don't want to disrespect Burnley because they gave us at least 50 minutes of hard work. But do you think that the manager could have maybe be a little bit bold and kind of give the youngins a little bit more, playing time and see what they do?
No, man. The thing is, the team we put out.
Big up, Gene. Good to see you.
The team we put out, bro. Let's not kid ourselves. That team should be doing what the team did against with. There's moments as a manager, bro, where.
Oh man. Sorry, let me big up John, man. He just subscribed to the channel, man. We appreciate you, John. Thank you.
Big up yourself, John. One said from Scotty Yard,
Yo.
Rastafari don't like Scotland Yard. But anyway, big up yourself.
Big up.
The team we put out is good enough to be Burnley, right? And then if you take that and you try to break down the game like, the manager this and the manager that. Endo just came back off his international, went straight in. Other guys coming back from international don't go straight in. So the fact that Hendo was able to come straight in was actually a relief for us. McAllister getting in the 8 position is not even an option because he's basically like third choice for both 8 position. Think about that. McAllister is like third choice for both 8 position. Because on the left you have Curtis, Gravenberch, then it'll go McAllister.
Yeah.
On the right, you have Sabazlai, Hendo, then it'll be McAllister. but he's like first choice 6. So now that the second choice 6 comes back, we don't have Gravenberch. We don't have Sabazalai.
Yeah.
Elliott cannot be trusted as a starter. You see what I'm trying to say? So then you have to put McAllister there.
Right. People are telling you, Zuberi, that Kirkdale is a place in Liverpool, not was the Redbird also says Zuberi, Scotty, really not here. It's in Liverpool. But yeah, no, you make sense. It makes sense to me. It's just, I don't know, maybe. Okay, maybe let me ask it this way. Did you feel like the team was lethargic, especially in the first half?
No, bro, because remember, what I'm trying to tell you is the team we put out, and the reason why I explained the McAllister thing is, bro, McAllister isn't our 6, like nailed down 6. You see what I'm trying to say? And we don't play with a double pivot. So what you're seeing from the team is actually the mixed bag of tactics. McAllister ain't even like an out and out 8. He is the third choice 8.
True.
So now if you have McAllister or Elliott, you're not going Elliott over McAllister, bro. You're just not.
You're not gonna do that. Yeah.
But if it was an out and out 8, you would have put Elliott there. So then the manager says, you know what, McAllister, you go over there then, because I rate you more than Elliott. Right there is where the team starts to break down, because you're better off just changing the formation altogether. But then you've never changed your formation altogether, and it's Burnley. So you're like, you know, McAllister, I've asked you to do the 6. You did a good job for me. I'm gonna ask you to be. It's against Burnley. I think you should be fine.
You should be fine, right?
Bro, from there, all you see now is what you saw in the first 50 minutes. I don't think it's like more credit to Burnley, but I think it's more credit to well, not credit, but I think it's more like something you use to tax the players. Like, you know, it's Burnley. You're a footballer. You should be able to make something of it. And that's why, like I said, that's why I asked Enzo Savage. Did you think McAllister made enough of an 8? And he said, I don't know. I think it's something about that right-sided 8. Only certain men can play over there. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, you're a professional footballer. How you can't make something of Burnley because you're on the right side versus on the left side? You see what I'm trying to say? So you're going through all that just to debunk. Bro, it's Burnley. At the end of the day, it's Burnley. Doesn't matter if you was on the right or the left. It's the tactics that shit. Because you're basically saying the tactics is shit. You're basically saying the tactics is that shit.
That's the conversation
on the
that
right. Nah, bro, it's Burnley at the end of the day, and we won. So how you gonna send for man tactics and be like, yo, tactically, man is fucking an idiot because
no. I mean, look at the question that the
tactics on the right ain't flying because McAllister is a great player and he can't play over there. What? Nah, bro, you're reaching for the tactics at that point. So that's what I'm saying, bro. You have to just measure the players now. Because if you're saying you trust Elliott off the bench, what was Elliott doing that was so different that McAllister just couldn't do off the right?
Or whoever was on the right. Yeah. And that will come in and say, hey, my manager, maybe change the formation. Use the players. They can play. They're good players. These are world-class, most of them world-class players. If you change the formation, they can play. You had a whole week to practice. So you don't even have to change the formation, but in terms of stylistic of play, you'd be like, hey, Endo, McAllister, you two, you guys gonna be the holding, right? Curtis at the time, squeeze into the middle. Play that 10 role. When we go defense, you drop back and then go back in the 5-3 or whatever 3 that we're doing. So in terms of that I think that there are avenues that the manager either he chooses not to explore or he hasn't seen it yet. I mean, a lot of us see it, but club, you choose not to explore, or you just don't fancy that style of play with the players that you have. You see what I'm saying? So But moving forward, right? And I know I didn't want to bring this up. I have to bring it up. I don't know if you got a chance to. You said you worked 10 hours. Did you get a chance to watch the Bayern and Leverkusen match?
I was watching it. See, I got some Uber Eats because obviously I was on the site for a minute. So I got some Uber Eats. I'm sitting in the truck, doing my paperwork and yeah, I'm like, you know what? I think it started at 12:30. So I jumped in. I started watching it, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I saw I'm like 20 minutes in. I saw what the Liverpool fans were seeing,
right?
And I saw,
and that's exactly why I wanted to talk about it. Yes.
Yeah, I saw what they were saying, but the difference being, okay, I don't know if it's a Xavi thing. Caveat. I don't know if it's a Xavi thing. We have never pressed like that
in a long time.
Not
when
even in a long time. We have never.
First came in.
Quasi. Let me break down this again.
Okay. Yeah.
Liverpool have never pressed like that. There's two type of pressing: face the ball down, close down space. That's what we did.
Right.
Leverkusen don't close down space; they close down man.
Okay.
All of their players press, and all of their players are goal side of the man. Let me break that down for you. So when you're pressing, you can go in front of them to close down the space.
The space, yeah. Shift them to one side, yeah.
I'm not talking about the guy that's closing on the ball. I'm talking about everybody else.
Everybody else, yeah. Okay.
Liverpool, we normally run ahead of the player to intercept that ball because we're closing on the space. Leverkusen don't do that, bro. I'm watching them. They close down the man and they stay so tight to him. He's not even an option to give the ball to. But they're still goal side. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So the guy that's pressing the ball, he pressed the space only. Everybody else pressed the person in front of him. So watch Liverpool again. We don't press the man off the ball. Like the man that's off the ball, Leverkusen press them goal side. So even if he does get the ball with a shorter pass, by the time he can't turn because there's a man right behind him because they pressed him. Liverpool, we press space and the ball. We've never pressed that way. That's a very disciplined press. I'm gonna say that again.
No, I'm seeing what you're saying. Yeah.
We've never pressed like that because too many times our player is actually on the wrong side of the guy getting the ball. Why is that? Because we're pressing the space, not the man. And bro, when I watch Leverkusen and I'm like, yo, this is elite pressing, right? Bro, when I watch it, I'm like, yo, this is elite pressing right here, Bro, the players are so disciplined, right? I've watched the man press the guy. He didn't get the ball. The team is shifting, and he just left that guy and went and pressed another man, but he was still goal side. And I'm like, not once did they over commit and go in front of the guy in front of the bro, they've never done that. And I'm looking back and be like, yo, I don't think people are understanding what man is saying, bro. Like what I'm seeing, I don't know if it's a testament to the player's IQ or it's a testament to the manager, because I have never seen such controlled pressing. It wasn't a chaotic press, just running on down on man, just to run down on man's sake, bro. It was very, I'm gonna get close to him, he doesn't get the ball, go over to this guy. And they just shift from the guy he pressed, bro. The way they was doing it, I was just like, nah, that's clean pressing, bro.
Yeah.
That's like pressing. I don't know if you know this. So like in Jamaica, we say press. That's what we call iron. Go press your clothes, right? That man was pressing with starch, fam. Liverpool was pressing with water. You know, you
water. They gotta have the starch.
Water.
You know that starch spray, man. I remember those, man. You know those African like the dashiki. You know, we have one linen. Right, we had one cloth called linen in Ghana where when you spray that starch in and you iron it, that thing stays stiff. You'll be like, if you touch it, man, you might get cut. That's how sharp that that club is looking. But no, it's very that's true though, because I was watching the game and I'm like, okay, first of all, I want to see what kind of formation he's looking at. And he goes 3-4-2, 3-4-2-1, which is that means he has got the whole field covered. Right? There's a lot of space when they press you and they get the ball, everybody's already open. There's no need for one player to hold the ball way too much. As soon as you get the ball, you need to look up and look at the person closer to you or making the run.
Here's the beauty of what they do. When they press and they close down the guy and stay goal side, because they're still goal side, right?
Yeah.
If that guy wins the ball, because he's so close to the guy, he now runs on the opposite side of him. Now that guy, if he switch on, he's now behind the runner play trying to get back. And that's what they do so well. But at no time did any of the defensive player for Leverkusen run ahead of the man during the press. It's, bro, I'm not going to say it's simple IQ stuff, because obviously you still have to be disciplined not to ball watch. Because oftentimes you ball watch and you won't be switched on to where the guy is. Bro, they're so switched on. They're like, can't get in front of them because we don't have the ball. So at all times, they're always the guy that they're defending is always in front of them. Bro, that's easier to defend than if the guy gets behind you and now you're chasing the guy, bro. So they're very disciplined, man, and they only go when they're in position. Bro, think about it. If you're within a feet from the guy you're supposed to be marking, you get the ball and you run in front of him, bro, that guy's job is to now chase you.
Right.
And use the head of him. And I'm not gonna lie, man.
I mean,
Bayern miss Alphonso Davies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they didn't have an outlet. They didn't have an outlet.
Bro, whatever his name is, bro.
Alphonso Davies. Yeah, they didn't. Bayern was trying, and I don't think it was okay. Bayern had enough good players to make it a more challenging game.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
For Leverkusen, but we have to look at Bayern's manager. The manager was Tuchel was useless. And I was listening to one of the commentators. He said, he changed his tactics to try to accommodate Leverkusen. But instead of you coming in as Bayern Munich, you come in and say, we're going to play the way we play. I don't care what you do. We're going to do what we do. And that affected them because they were literally, I mean, I was expecting a lot of goals, but I didn't expect Leverkusen to slice and dice them like that. I mean, even the first goal. The first goal is like
the game. Harry Kane didn't offer Bayern anything, bro.
Nothing. You know,
bro. Harry Kane is a liability. Don't let. I'm not even trying to do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
I was gonna compare it to somebody, bro. Harry Kane offered. Harry Kane was never an outlet in that game.
No, he wasn't.
Bro, the wingers would be driving, and Harry Kane is behind them.
Yeah.
So now that guy has no one in front of him.
Yeah. And so I mean, I've always watched. I'm not gonna be there like, oh, I watch him play Bayern, and all of a sudden I want Alonso. No, the thing is the way he played yesterday. It was so basic and so simple. Then I'm like, okay, I see why the people who know ball talk about, yeah, Alonso needs to come to Liverpool. Because then this is what I did, just like any fan. I'm like, okay, let me plug and play. Put in Liverpool players, if all of them are fit, how they will play in Leverkusen, right? So if you have, say, Gakpo or Nunes up top, you could put the other two behind them will be, okay, Salah or Jota. It could be any of our interchangeable forwards, right? And then in the middle four, yeah, you could have McAllister, Endo with him because you need somebody who's defensive enough. You can't just have too much attacking in the middle like that. That will leave you wide open. And then, of course, you got your wing backs, Trent and Robo. And then your defense, Virgil, Konate, Gomez, or Kwanzaa. So I'm like, it will work at Liverpool with that same formation. But I'm pretty sure if he does come to Liverpool, he will come up with a whole different style of play. Usually managers good as Alonso, when they go to different teams, they change their formation, right? So I'm like, okay, I see where Liverpool fans are so giddy because I know some fans are just giddy because
he won't come here, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. I watch one Leverkusen game.
Big up, Jerry Pop. Good to see you, brother. Big up.
I'm gonna double down towards the end of the season because I'm gonna try to watch some more of their games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying he won't come here, you don't go undefeated unless something is your focus. The focus of Leverkusen is discipline. Do you think our starting 11 can be that disciplined to the point where Xavi's like, all right, we can go? And how does Xavi respond to player that's not disciplined in his style of play? Because I'm gonna be honest, Leverkusen, their starting lineup against Bayern, all of them, man, was very disciplined. That was on it. There was not one man I was like, yo, bro, you a risk, you a liability. Not once, bro. Bro, even Xhaka, I'm like, yo, nah, Xhaka look world class in that game.
Bro, I'm like, so Xhaka coming to Liverpool.
Nah, chill. But the reason why I posed that disciplined question for you is I didn't see the beginning of Leverkusen. So I can't say, yo, Xavi want this, Xavi want that, right? Big up ups. My question is, Xavi comes to Liverpool and Salah ain't going to confine to that disciplined type of running and movement. Trent has never been a disciplined right back, game in, game out. There's moments where he's very disciplined.
Right.
So then Xavi's like, yo, bro, I've been here. I've done things. You've been here. You've done things. But guess what? Where we're going, you ain't coming. You see what I'm trying to say? Is Kanate going to be disciplined in the way Xavi needs to play? The midfield. I think Sabazalai might benefit from Xavi, but I don't think Trent would. I don't think Robbo would, because Robbo ain't really a disciplined.
Yeah, he just kick it off.
You see what I'm trying to say to you? Diaz ain't that disciplined type of winger. Looks like he can be. I see Klopp try to use him as such. But Xavi come here, fam. Some of these men are out the door, fam.
Bro.
Out the door, fam. Because Xavi needs discipline. Xavi is moving with discipline. Fam.
Thank you so well.
That is unruly. Yeah, they're unruly. They've won everything. They forgot what it takes to be disciplined.
They're full. They're not hungry anymore. And that's what, and I'm glad that Bejan is here. Pops, thank you so much for having me on your show Friday. But like it's very saying, if you have a manager like Xavi and he wants disciplined players, some of your favorite players are not going to stay. He will have to move them on, and that requires some form of transition. Work into the new system. He may bring some of his old players, but usually managers like him, they don't. They just go to another team and rebuild from scratch.
I think he bring the left center back that can play left back and bump Robbo. That's almost a guarantee.
That's not agenda.
I think he looks Trent in the eyes and say you have one opportunity. Man, look Trent in the eye and say you have one opportunity. It'll be you and Sabazalai. Elliot's out of here because I'm bringing Frimpong. You see what I'm trying to say?
Frimpong, definitely. There's two. When I was watching, there was three players that I would say, okay, there's what's his name? Wirtz? Is that Wirtz, right? I named him right?
No, Wirtz. I think it's Wirtz.
Yeah, on the right side. He might have to move Salah on. I'm sorry. This kid is young, energetic, and he runs all day.
I thought Wirtz was more like a 10. That's just dynamic.
He can play anywhere he could. That's why some of our fans are educating me.
I've always rated him as well. He's young too. I don't think that guy's
very
22.
Young. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's 22.
No. And even Bayern Munich are looking really hard at him. I think Madrid is also checking him out. And then, of course, there's Frimpong. And then this is where, Trent, you got to make up your mind. Do you want to play right back or you want to play midfield? If you go to midfield, you have to compete against these guys. And you're not going to, just because you're the captain, does not mean you're going to get game time every week.
I think Xavi coming here is going to change too much. What I mean by changing too much, I can't see him keeping McAllister in the 6.
I said he will push McAllister up top. He will move him.
But McAllister ain't beating out no one up top. Think about what you're saying. You're saying push McAllister up top off what basis? Because if you give me McAllister or Szoboszlai, I'm going Szoboszlai. If you give me McAllister or Trent, I'm going Trent. You give me McAllister or Curtis, I'm going Curtis. Who is McAllister single-handedly beating out when you push him up?
Unless you put him on a 10.
Bro, McAllister in the 10 ain't better than Szoboszlai in the 10.
True.
McAllister in the 10 ain't better than Trent in the 10. He ain't even better than Curtis in the 10. McAllister is a 4-choice 10. Elliott might even be giving him run for his money. Bro, don't be fooled because he got a World Cup. McAllister in the 10 ain't sitting no one down on the bench, bro. McAllister in the 10 becomes an option off the bench if we even need him. And McAllister in the 8 is like 5th choice. So 10, McAllister is like 4th choice for me. 8, he's like 5th choice for me. 6, bro, depending on the opposition, he's 2nd choice. So that guy coming to Liverpool, McAllister is out of here. He has no use for McAllister. When I say no use, I'm talking about no use.
No use.
Bro, the man has no use for McAllister. Let that sink in.
People in the chat, do you agree with what Zuberi saying, though? Remember, that's
just know Alonso come here, McAllister's out of here, bro.
That's some of you guys' favorite, And now let's use your guy, Miguel from Genoa. And by the way, they got thumped by Madrid, man. Madrid was like, sit down. Let me show you how big boys play. If his style of play, looking at the players we have, if he were to bring 1 or 2 players from either his side or wherever he buys, how do you think it's going to be? Because they do also press, but they have also very disciplined, a different style of discipline. Like Brian was saying earlier, there's like 5 different ways of pressing, right? They play off energy and their passes are crisp and it moves really, really fast.
Well, the thing with him is he actually plays with a 4-2-3-1, right?
Right.
So okay, I can see McAllister being the left side, and Hendo being the right side of that double pivot. And then now you have your pick of Curtis or Szoboszlai behind the striker. It's been a minute since we've seen Curtis behind the striker. So behind the striker, I'll go Gakpo. And then I'll go Nunes up top, Salah, Diaz on the right? Trent will have to learn to be disciplined because, if Hendo's on the right side, Trent can push him inside. So it almost look like, there's a spine of Hendo behind Gakpo, so Gakpo don't have to come as deep and Trent's over there. And then because Hendo's already familiar with dropping in, I think his style of play will more suit the current players that we have. Well, I'm telling you, Xavi comes in here, fam. It's up in flames. It's up in flames, bro.
And that's the question, though.
Yeah.
That's the question. I want to put in, before you continue, I want to put in the chat. You guys say you want Xavi. Majority of you guys want Xavi. And watching what he's doing with Leverkusen is exciting. It's nice. Some of your favorite players is not gonna stay. So how do you
look? We can make it work with Xavi, right? But it comes down to one problem.
Yeah,
and it's the left hand side. And here's why I'm saying it's the left hand side. Xavi played a formation I like. 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1, whatever you want to call it. I like that formation because you can have Trent as the right guy, and then the guy in front of him who's in that half space really is Salah. So you can go a Kanate, Trent, Salah as the 3 on that left side. Put Verge in the middle. You can put Gomez on like that left center back, left back type of role. But then I don't know who goes in front of him because where he play Words, I'll put Diaz there. That Nunes goes up top. But what it does, it takes away from a 10. So even if you go Hendo, McAllister, or Szoboszlai and McAllister as that 2-2 midfield.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you bring Jones on? Where do you bring Elliott on? Because Jones and Elliott defensively can't run the middle like that. So then it's either Xavi's going to keep the starting 11 but shake up the bench, or he's going to have to just come and run Liverpool formation and shake up the 11. Which one would you rather?
Right. Now, I mean, what's the name saying? We also ignoring the fact that he uses 4-3-3 and 4-2-3-1. But the thing is, yes, he will, but the style of how he's going to implement it is not going to be the same way Klopp does.
Yeah, if he goes 4-3-3, McAllister's out of here. If he goes 4-2-3-1, some of the man that's on the bench is out of here. So, Brian, you're actually saying what I'm saying right now. This comment here, Brian, is actually what I'm saying. If he goes 4-3-3, some of the starting levels out of here. If he goes 4-2-3-1, Elliott and Curtis off the bench, I don't know, man. It'll be tough to get them man in there.
That's true. That's the question, because a lot of people are thinking he's just showing up and he's just going to do exactly what Klopp is doing as he's the next Klopp. Now, the reason why these owners are getting the whole back office or front office is because they want something.
You ain't answering my question.
You know? Oh, sorry. Did I?
Yeah, bro. If Xavi comes in,
yes,
in which manner do you want him coming in? Do you want him to come in and shake up the 11, or you want him coming in and shaking up the bench? Bench includes Curtis, even though Curtis ain't currently bench, but I'm saying if Xavi comes in, I see Curtis on the bench. I see Elliott on the bench. Clark and them man. He's going to shake up them men off the bench. Or you rather him come in and shake up the 11, but the bench stays the bench?
That's a good question. I think you shake the 11, because then the message will be sent to the bench. Say, you see what I'm doing with the men there? Because you have to go with the boss, right? Like, let's say when you go, you go to the to the big house, you find the baddest mofo, and then you whack him in the head and tell him, I'm the next, I'm the captain now.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'd rather him come in and shake up the bench, because I'm gonna be honest. Our bench, if you take out Elliott, who else on the bench is coming on and winning a game? So I'd rather him shake up the bench and get us more winners off the bench. You see how Trossard can come off the bench and win for Arsenal. If Elliott comes on and he doesn't impact the game, you get an Arsenal game, because he came on, he did nothing in the Arsenal. So when your bench option is coming on, if one of them doesn't fire, you want another one that can come on and change something. Other than Elliott, who do we have on the bench that can change something? So when you say shake up the 11, what if that 11 don't work? Are you that confident in the bench? Because I'm not. So I'd rather him come in and shake up the bench. We need more bench winners.
True. No, I mean, that question was loaded. It's a double-edged sword, because you don't want the 11 to feel too comfortable. You know what I mean? Because then they feel like, I'm already on the manager's list, so it doesn't matter what I do. I want the people who are starting knowing that you are not safe. And the people on the bench will be like, oh, I can take Homie's position. So I could come in and take Zubairi's position, then I'm going to work hard. But I also see the fact that you're saying, I need people to come on
and change the game, bro. Look, Alexander's saying the same thing. I want to know what which 5 players you're selling. But, bro, most of our bench is actually defenders. Our bench is designed to see out a game, not come on and win a game. You know what I'm saying? So I need that to change. Seeing out a game is calm, bro. We all know what that is. Virgil, Konate, Alisson, Virgil, Konate, Alisson, long ball, kill him again. That's how we see it. Bro, our bench is full of defenders, bro. What are we defending? A 1-0 lead? Come on.
No, but Gene, let me jump on Gene's thing here. So I don't believe we are all that delusion. He will be a great fit. I think you are right. We are not looking at the bigger pic of what Xavi could come in and do. That is the part, But see, Gene, you are a sensible fan. You think beyond just the action, Hollywood lights, camera, action things that the history, the love story that we Liverpool fans love. You are looking from outside the box, right? Yes, he's a good coach. Like I said, my thing was, I felt like he's coming maybe a year too soon. because I want to see him struggle and see how he comes out of struggle. You know, that's how you are made of. Iron is come as a fight, and then it becomes strong. But when you watch what he does and everything that is going right, you'll be like, this guy can do the job, you know, and we have the resources to back him up if things don't go well, and the fans will give him time. You know what I mean? So compared to any other manager, like the guy from Genora that I think Zuberi said he will be somebody he will look at. If he comes in and things get shaky, the fans won't give him time. The one good thing I like about owners is they don't fall under pressure to the fan base. They do what they feel is right. So in terms of like what Zuberi is saying, it's like, yo, when he comes in, and what was the question you gave to KZ? KZ, we're still waiting for you, man. You said 5 people got to go. We want to know who them 5 people has to be.
He said Salah is one. I'm waiting for the other 4.
Where is it at?
Oh, he said the bench is full of kids because injuries, honestly. I mean, so should we get rid of some of the injury guys as well? I mean, it's no given Thiago can't stay here. But, so
yeah, I mean, Thiago, I'm sorry, he's my dude, but he has to go. I'm sorry, but you know.
Is he the only player? It could be my Liverpool bias because I don't track all the.
I don't like Eugene. I don't like Eugene. This guy comes here and said, "Let's go."
Thiago's the only guy I know with a hip flexor issue in football.
The guys
find me the next player with a hip flexor.
Yeah.
Mine's just shooting blue movie on his free time and that.
Okay. He said Stevie G showed us that what? Living without knowing a loss and then went to VS. See, that's the same thing. It was the right club for him, but I think it was the wrong timing.
Nah, that point, Gene, big up yourself. You see this point you're bringing up, Gene? That's good. That's a great point. And that's why when I look at, before I even watch a Leverkusen game, I didn't follow the hype. I followed what made sense to me. The Genora guy, it didn't splash a lot of cash. So it's safer for a guy like him to come in and keep the house the same way we left it versus then trying to change it. Because if Xavi comes in and gets 2 draw and 2 loss in his first 4 games, we don't really know how he's going to react, Quasi. You know what I'm trying to say?
And that's my concern.
4 games, 2 points. No, let me break it down for you. 2 draws, 2 losses. That's 4 games, 2 points.
Out of 12. It's going to be real dicey.
Bro. Yeah, when you come from somewhere where you're just punching, being disciplined and winning, when you get punched in the face for the first time, bro, you might call for your mama. That's all I'm saying.
And that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. I said, everything he's doing is nice, but we want to see things that he tried to do that didn't work. How did he react when pressure came on? That's the only thing. But you know, on the nice stuff, hey, I'm with it. Somebody says Stevie G is a horrible tactician.
I mean, yeah, he's horrible because he trusted Mings and Mings sold him out.
Exactly.
To your point. To your point. Let me ask you this. You said all the other stuff is great. But you're saying it from just a pure footballist, guy that loves and watch football perspective. No, you can't take being a Liverpool fan out of it, right? So you have to say it from a Liverpool fan perspective. Every team that comes to Liverpool play like it's a Champions League final. Every team that go to Leverkusen don't play that way. Every team that went to Rangers don't play that way. You see the difference in. It's easy to go undefeated at Rangers. Not easy, but what I'm trying to say, when you scale it to Liverpool, bro, every team comes to Liverpool and play their best game. Every team know Leverkusen don't play their best game. Yeah, they call them Neverkusen and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? But bro, and runner-up FC, teams don't come to Liverpool like they runner-up FC. They come to Liverpool thinking if we beat Liverpool. Put it like this: the bottom half of the table comes to Liverpool. Like if we beat Liverpool, high chance we stay in the league. Team at the top half of the table, if we beat Liverpool, we probably can get into Europe. That is what Liverpool is. If you beat Liverpool as a bottom half of the table, you're gonna be in the league because that's 3 points you're never supposed to get. If you're top half table and you beat Liverpool,
Yeah.
The road to Europe is basically painted. No team look at Leverkusen now.
I know earlier somebody said made a comment exactly like that. He said Arsenal just thumped West Ham 6-0 at the London Stadium. Watch Liverpool shows up and all of a sudden they play like this is a FA Cup final. You know what I mean? That's the part where sometimes with Liverpool, it's like everything is against you. The fans.
But if you're thinking about that, Quasi, you can't pick your manager loosely. You have to ask yourself what's important. Do you want a shake-up manager? Because let me tell you who was a shake-up manager.
No.
David Moyes was a shake-up manager. Bringing Fellaini from Everton to Man United, that's a shake-up move.
A big shake. I mean,
it was a shake-up move.
That was the wrong
that's a shake-up move. Yeah,
that was a big shake-up move. But that was the wrong shake-up.
What I'm saying, that's why I'm going Mikel, because Mikel or Michael or Michelle or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah,
I think he's more the capacity to come in and let's not get it twisted now.
Uh-oh. I think Zuberi's thing froze up. He will come back. Zuberi, I think your thing froze up. So when you get a chance, come back in. No, I mean, what he said is real. We need the person who's coming in is changing everything. It's not going to be a big change, but it's going to be for the fans, things are going to be different. So if people are looking at, oh, he's just coming in and it's going to be like how Klopp came in and everything just seamlessly just fitted. No. This is going to be a little, for the people who knows, going to see that there's going to be some difference. That's why we asking, is there some players that he's going to keep? One thing that Klopp did well is he kept a few players. You know, I remember where people were like, yeah, Lallana has to go, Milner has to go, Henderson has to go. No, Klopp came in and he was like, nah, I'm keeping all of this. As a matter of fact, what he said was, he said, wow, we got so many good players out here. And it was his job to make him even better. And he kept most of them. So there's something, I know somebody said earlier, there's something that they see at practice that we don't see. You see what I mean? So it depends on what the manager is. And that's why, what's the name, VVD's comment, yeah, it may be ill-timed, but what he said was right. You don't know, especially when there's a whole new regime coming in. There's going to be a new director of football. There's going to be a new manager and new backroom staff. So everything is going to be different. So the idea is the transition. Will the transition work real well? So he said, well, so if not Lonzi, then who? Bro, I don't even know. You know, I don't even know. But yeah, it's there's so many things going to be answered, and I think these people already know who they're going to hire. I believe that. I mean, remember, this thing was decided in November. We just hearing it, and the fact that you hear a lot of all of a sudden, oh, Liverpool just talked to them last weekend. Liverpool just, bro, we known everything that this guy is leaving in November. So we're going to start the search. The search did not just start when they informed Liverpool fans that, you know, Klopp is leaving. So that the part where, that's why we're saying that, the part where we're saying that everybody needs to be calm. Don't get too overexcited. Don't jump in and be like, it's got to be Alonso. It got to be Alonso. No. You have to see everything that is unfolding, and then make a, we make decision off the cuff. They don't. So whoever they want, I think they already decided, or they probably have 2 or 3 managers that they know they're talking to right now. Now, it's not just the manager. The director of football is also as important as the manager right now. because the director of football also vision is going to be part of what the entire football club is going. And the director of football, has to implement it where it fits the club as a whole, and how it fits the manager and the players that we have and the players that we're going to get. So we have to be careful and not just be like, yeah, Alonso. Okay, then what? How you doing? Big up to yourself, K-Mac. How you doing? Oh, we can't hear you. Get your mic ready. Oh. No, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Keep what you have, but let's be honest. The manager who's coming in he's not gonna just ship the whole team or majority of the team out. I'm just saying some of our favorite players are not gonna be there anymore. The new manager is gonna choose replacements, the new style of play. You guys love the Xabi ball in Bayern Leverkusen. It doesn't mean it will work at Liverpool, unless you're saying that he brings the entire team from.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. Good to see you, man. So that's what I'm saying, Pop. It's not just going to be he coming in and he keeping everybody. Everybody's not going to be able to play the way they play at Leverkusen right now. There's no way you're going to have Salah pressing the way they're pressing. That ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? So either if the manager is going to keep Salah, he has to figure a way to make Salah better than what he is. And at this age, you know, we got to put all those stuff into consideration. So it is going to be small step. That's why I came on the show and I told you, Pops, I said there is going to be transition. And you said, no, I don't want transition. I want these players. And the next manager who comes in has to do exactly what this manager is doing. It's not going to be like that. That's why preseason is going to be a big tell in where Liverpool is going. But big up to K-Mac, and thank you so much for coming. And the Kennel is back. You want to finish the point you were making?
Well, sorry, man. My son unplugged the Wi-Fi. Man said,
the man was like, I don't like what you're talking about.
Yeah. You're on there too much.
What happened is, so upstairs, because I got the Wi-Fi connected before we even moved. I just put it in one spot, but I'm not thinking like, yo, these kids are gonna run rampant on the thing. So now I'm thinking I might have to bring it down here to my chill zone where I can actually see it. Yeah. So it's up there, bro. I don't know what's happening up there. So all I know is the thing is loading. I check my phone. I'm like, yo, he unplugged it. So all I have to do is shout upstairs. Moms didn't even call it, fam. So mine's just dark and not even connected. I was just basically making the point when you go from like owner perspective, Man City owners respect Liverpool owners. Let's have it right, because Liverpool owners are like, I'm not gonna say they're the best owners of a football club and stuff like that, but they do operate in a respectable manner where you can be like, you know what, I respect what that man is doing over there. Few owners have navigated the line we had to navigate. So a lot of football clubs look to us like, you know what, if we do what they do or even better, we'll go places. So if the City owners respect us in that light, even though they probably have more money than us, a guy like Mikel or Michelle, whatever his name is, he would go, the ownership I'm working on ain't really that bad, but them man respect those owners. So as a manager, you're not thinking just squad. You're thinking about who's going to be above me and who can I work with. And if the owners he's working with respect those owners, it should be a smooth transition, because let's be right. They're trying to operate the way we operate. And if he's a manager looking at, they're like, okay, that's an easier place for me to go. And when he comes over here, I think it's more likely he'll keep the same regime or FSG. Some people might even be FSGI if he comes here, but that's the beauty of an FSG working with a guy like that. And that's why I think like him coming in is probably be a smoother transition. There won't be any divide. Xavi comes here, automatically most of the Liverpool fans are going to be siding with Xavi and be like, yo, FSG, give Xavi whatever he wants.
Give him everything he wants, yep.
if we get a guy like Michelle or whatever, his name is Michael or
Mhm.
whatever, I might have to figure out how you say his name, by the way. But if we get a guy like him, it's easier for that guy to side up with FSG and then try to win the fans over.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting to see which way it goes. So that's the point I was trying to make. Xavi comes in, he automatically gets the backing of the fans, and then the fans is like, yo, FSG, work accordingly.
Mhm.
Where Michelle might comes in and be like, yo, fans, work accordingly with FSG. So
Mhm.
I think that's the dynamic of what you're saying, what I'm saying as far as managers go. So that's just the point I wanted to make. Big up K-Max though.
Big up.
Yeah, man, came back. So we talked about the game, and now we're talking about everybody watched Alonso beating Bayern, so he's coming to Liverpool. So we just, we just saying, okay, if he comes to Liverpool, first of all, is he keeping everybody? Secondly,
Okay,
who is letting go? And
so
three,
I don't know what he's actually talked about earlier. Unfortunately, I only seen a little bit. But what I will say though, he's en route to beat Bayern's record,
right?
which Pep broke.
Mhm.
So that'll be interesting. Taking a record off Pep in Germany
Yeah.
for Alonso.
Mhm.
The thing about it as well is, I thought about this recently, is we don't really get a team left behind by a manager
Mhm.
that hasn't been sacked.
Mhm.
So the team that we're getting left behind usually is normally a crap team, or a
Mhm.
team which isn't working because the manager's been sacked because
Mhm.
of not being able to work with the team, or not be able to get the team to the standard that the actual board wants.
Right.
But this is a different situation. So
Mhm.
this is a team which the board are happy with, which the fans are happy with,
Mhm.
which the manager's happy with, and he's leaving it to the next guy. I can't think of another team in the Premier League, and I'll be completely honest, in the Premier League,
Mhm.
that's been left behind by a manager that's been sacked. Sorry, that's left the club
Mhm.
that is in this good shape. Like, I mean,
Right.
we can look at managers. Yeah, but that's different. He wasn't sacked. He switched
No,
jobs.
but
Yeah,
it's to
yeah,
your point. He
That's
left
your
the
point. He
team,
left the team.
and the team still did
yeah.
good. So
It's
Mhm.
not.
that's the only
It's
context.
not a
Sorry,
huge
bro.
amount. There's not a huge amount if you think about
Mhm.
it. It really isn't. So we're in a situation where our job. So the job at Liverpool is probably one of the highest wanted jobs
Mhm.
in world football.
Yeah.
And not only because it's Liverpool and because of the history and because of, all of that stuff,
Mm.
it's because they're walking into an unbelievable setup. Like, no FFP problems,
Mhm.
no dickheads in the team, like nobody wants to leave, nobody's ever asked to leave. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
You're walking into a club where you have an incredible system which has been running for a number of years, from the under 18s to the under 21s, all the way into the first team. And we've
Mhm.
got so many gems that are on the verge of becoming stars in the next couple of years. We've bought a load of players which are on the verge of becoming world class in the
Mhm.
next couple of years. And
Mhm.
we've still got world class players.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very sought after job. So if you think someone's just going to walk into it, I don't think that's the case. I think there's going to be a huge list of managers that are going to be wanting this job.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it was Xavi, because of the background, because of the Moneyball system, because of
Mhm.
the way he works. There's a lot of links to him as well now. Even
Mhm.
the director of football at West Ham
Mhm.
is there's rumours that he's the director of football we're going after. He was the guy that signed Xavi,
Mhm.
like Tim Steedman. He's a Moneyball guy. He
Mhm.
worked really well with FSG. Um, and I feel like the guy that's coming is bringing everyone with him. It's not going to be a case of, well, we're going to get him from somewhere else, we're going to get him from here. I
Mhm.
think he's going to come with all his staff, and maybe the director of football might be the different person.
Mhm.
And I'm excited. Like, I'm genuinely
Can
excited.
I ask
I
you a
know
question though,
losing
Ken?
Klopp is bad, but
Can
we
I ask
have
you a
to be
question with
excited.
FSG?
Yeah, go on.
Because in the manner they work, right, there's a fine line between guys that can work with them and free range. Like they don't really do the free reign thing. Like you have free reigns, right? It wouldn't be shocking if they actually do the best sporting director that can work with us, the best manager that can work with us, the best this, that, and the third. Because it all can't be about appeasing the fans, because appeasing the fans may not come with the right quality to keep up the standard. You see what I'm trying to say? So if we go,
I understand that.
Yeah, so if we go, Javi, we'll take you with 2 of your coach, but we also have 5 coach for you to pick from. And then we're going to get this sporting director over there, even though you want to bring that sporting director, we don't really see eye to eye with him. I'm not saying it's the Xavi Alonso case, but could you see something like that where FSG go, yo, we got these men line up. Whoever comes in, you have your pick from whoever. Any one of these 10, we'll back it, but don't bring an 11 to 15. You know what I'm saying? Because we already find these 10 great prospects. We got these 3, sporting director, like you said. I don't know where you get it from. The West Ham guy. They might have another few over there. They may even
the Benfica guy's been brought up as well now, so that's another one in the mix.
So don't you think it's like, yo, we'll go for these manager, but just know when you're coming in, we got options for you. Kind of like the Edwards thing, where Edwards had options for Klopp, but Klopp didn't want to use the option. Don't you think that's more of, I know people try to label the FSG model, but I feel like their model is to give you options. And then whatever you pick, they'll respect it, but you have to pick from their options. What do you think about that being the case going forward?
I agree with that. And if you look at it as a business model, they run a fucking good business. Like they have all the best men in charge. Like if they're giving you the best tools as a manager, then if you don't respect that, then you're going to live and die by your sword there, really, aren't you? Because if it doesn't work out, then it's a case of, well, I wanted to do it my way. And if they do turn around and go, look, these are all the people here who are director of football. These are all the people here that we want, that we've got options as coaches. We've done all the research, because they did say as well that they're looking more towards the data than the actual, what was it called? Emotion. Because let's be honest, we could probably do with a little less emotion at Liverpool. Like it is becoming a little bit emotional, like Liverpool at the moment. So we could do with probably a little bit less emotion and maybe just more. I don't know.
You say it's looking nursing.
Yeah,
home,
you know what I mean.
living home. It's becoming a bit living home. It's like, but he was a good human type of thing. Yeah, we don't need more good human. We need people that's good at their job. One the good human thing. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, this is the thing, though, and I think
maybe that's what it takes. By the way, maybe it
no,
takes
it does. It does
to win more league titles and become more of a
right, because
dynasty at Liverpool.
But that's Klopp's weakness. He's very, he's emotional. He's an emotional person. He gives everything out there, and a lot of times it works, right? It works, but sometimes you need somebody looking over your shoulder and tells you, "Say, bro, I'm the one." It's like a chief of staff. He's emotionless. He comes in and do all the dirty work and let the president look good. And sometimes you need somebody in your camp like that who he doesn't give a damn what everybody says. I'll be the bad guy. Everybody hates on me, but this is where we're going. And a lot of times, that's what you need to get the emotion out of certain situations, right? Yeah. I like this guy. We want to keep him, that. Oh, chief of staff shows up. Zuberi shows up. Be like, nah, man, bound this man. You've been here how long? Yeah, you did great things, but we gotta go,
Sound
man.
like you're describing me still, because when I came in, I was like, yo, Klopp is a serial number 2. Man just kept coming runners up in that.
Nah, you gotta go, man. We appreciate all your work. That's corporate, man. That's corporate.
Listen, I think there's a fine line with Liverpool fans as well between being dominant, like we all want to be, and where we actually are with good moments. Because let's be honest, on the clock, we've had some great moments, great title race,
great times,
just moments out the ass, right?
Yeah.
But if you access to trade all that moments for just this emotionless machine of dominating like City, where there's no loyalty. We buy a center back, he's injured, we get another center back.
Yeah.
we're not really quite built like that, though. Okay, man. You see what I'm trying to say? Because we kind of run a little differently. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's why I never understood the FSG out thing, because none of us really operates that way. Imagine if FSG go, you know what, Robbo, you're injured. Simicast, you're injured. You know what, the window's open. Yeah, let me go get this left back. When you man come back, you man come back. It is what it is. We'll address that in the summer. Like, we don't really move that way, K-Man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So it's a very fine line to the living home situation and the machine situation. It's a very fine line, because the machine could get us the trophies, but are we really gonna trade all that in? Because that's what makes the trophy beautiful when we do win it. Like 12 Man always says, like that underdog story.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying he wants to always be the underdog and get the trophy versus, nah, let's just be a machine and get it every year.
Get it every time, yeah. I mean, this point that Redbird is making, and I know Pop agrees with him, it's a FSG did not appoint it. Yes, of course, FSG appointed people who fits. They had a model, and they knew each individual person that will fit that model. And that model, the last piece was Klopp. Same thing the way we look at players. Klopp has said it himself. Even when he was at Dortmund, he did refuse to sign a player because of the way the player celebrates a goal. He didn't like it. And he said, I don't like that type of player at my camp. So everybody has, if you are creating a group, you want everybody to fit, everybody temperament to match. That's what we're talking about. Do you want that temperament where everybody is like, hey, giving everybody a pound, or everybody will be like, hey, Bon, let's go do this thing? Emotionless. That's what we're saying. The emotion is fun. It gives you excited. It gives us the moment of Barcelona. It gives us the moment of Dortmund versus Liverpool in the Europa Cup semifinals or quarterfinals. Those things are what we love about club. Those emotions will never go away. You go on YouTube right now and you pick one, you're probably going to cry and enjoy it. Or you want the situation with City where they come in and win the game before the whistle is blown. Which one do you want? That's basically what we say. Klopp has made Liverpool, was the right person for Liverpool because at the place where we were at the time. So a lot of times when people debate, oh, if Pep would have come in, would it have fit? Probably not, even though Pep is a great manager. But Liverpool at the time needed Klopp. And the temperament of Klopp and the management of FSG was a perfect match. Now he's decided to move on, so the new person has to come in. So now we are looking at FSG and said, what is your next evolution to this ownership? Hence the reason why we don't have a director of football, and hence the reason why Pep was not the direct replacement. They said, no, we everybody got to go. And even Klopp has come out and said, I will have nothing to do with the new management that is coming in. So that means FSG themselves have seen something and say, you know what? We love this. This was a moment in time. Now we go in here. And I promise you, some of you fans will not going to go where we are going next. Hence the reason why we asked, who are the players that you want to see stay, and who are the players that you let go? Because the new manager is coming in, whether it's this summer or next summer, some of our favorite players are going to move on, whether they're young or old. That's all I'm saying. I'm not coming up here and say the new manager is coming in and Salah, bye-bye, Trent, bye-bye, Virgil, gone. No. By next year, this team is going to look different. That one I can say.
I mean, with that, I mean, I'll push this out to the chat as well. Obviously, FSG want less emotion, and maybe less emotion works for our benefit because Jesus Christ, like he's took us seriously through the ringer, like repeatedly over and over again. Like the last 10 games of the season, for God knows how many seasons, have been an absolute roller coaster. And a lot of that is down to the fact that we hadn't won a Premier League before, and we were getting closer and closer. Now that's been done. Like I feel like if we get one this year, I feel like they have to get a guy who can go again, like straight away, because we can't miss these chances to do 2 and 3 and 4, because we're such a big club now. We're ready for that. You know, I don't want to be this club that just wins one every 10 years now. You know what I mean? That's not how we're built now. We've got the infrastructure, we've got
already
the
4
club
years,
now.
right?
Everything's ready for us. Literally everything's ready for us to go. Like, we've revamped the midfield with 120 millions worth of signings, and we look like a completely different animal. Like, that's how much it takes. Like, that's how much it took. You know what I mean? It needs bits here and there, but it needs to be spent wisely, and they need to buy the right players, and that's what we're doing now. And the next guy, I feel like he needs to go straight away. Like, he needs to go straight away. Like, and I just think we'll be a force to be reckoned with, and I think it will take a lot of clubs to catch us, like, because they haven't got that. They're just going to have to spend another 500 million or whatever. You know what I mean? We haven't got to do that.
Yeah. And Jabari, with what K-Mac just said, that's the conversation you tried to bring the other time. I said people are not ready for it yet, because Liverpool.
Are you ready for it right now? That's my
no. I think we will have to. People are not understanding where we say, because we will give them a snippet, right? K-Mac hit a point, said teams will have to spend more to catch up, which means Liverpool are always ahead of the curve, right? City have spent billions just to be where they are, to stay consistently with a great manager, because it doesn't matter how much money you spend. If you don't have the person to manage it properly, it's a waste. But that point is real, though. If Liverpool get this thing right.
Let me tell you how real it is, bro. So last season, we know what happened last season, right? And keep that in mind, because I'm going to break down the context for you. Before last season happened, I'm pretty sure we were in the chase for a quad, but we only got 2 trophies, right?
Yeah.
So we're in the race for a quad, playing every game available to a football club at the highest level, and we got the quad. And then we started with last season. Klopp should have been sacked by October. Here's why Klopp should have been sacked by October. He said to us the midfield was fine, and everyone in the world can see it wasn't fine. You live and die by the sword. That's basically what it is. FSG should have sacked him there. But what it would have done for us, it would have set us in a moment like Chelsea, where we're not going to give another guy 4 years to come in and fix us. So Klopp was the perfect guy to come in and fix the Liverpool of the past. He did do that. And when he did fix us, that's when I'm like, yo, maybe FSG ain't the problem. Maybe it's Klopp. Kind of like Ragnick. You can get these men, come in, build up a team, but then you need another guy to take the team further. That's what we should have looked for. So the fact that we've allowed Klopp to refix the midfield and then he's going to bow out now, no disrespect to Klopp, I appreciate it, but it's a dickhead move. It's a dickhead move, because now it's not like he's bowing out on a bad season. He's bowing out after he fixed the midfield, but there's other problem that remains. Like Pop said, there's some players that's basically on their way out. We're going to have to see him out. So the way he's leaving now, we might have lost the opportunity to get certain manager. There's a fine line to say the manager we want wasn't quite of the pedestal that we need or the pedigree that we need. So we've seen an emergence of the Michelle guy, the Xavi Alonso. There's other manager now that's actually kind of made a little bit more headway since then. Because back then people were saying Pata, and then we see how that turned out at Chelsea. I'm hearing people talking about the Brentford guy now. So it's kind of like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. But had we sat up in that moment, we could have really given any manager free hit for that season. Any manager could have gotten free hit that season where we were, I think we were scraped 5th. Any manager could have gotten free hit that season, you know. So we've taken a free hit, because Klopp did get a free hit when he took over from Rodgers. He got a free hit and he took us to two cup finals.
Yeah, it's not fair. The next guy isn't getting a free hit, is he?
He's not going to get a free hit. And
he's not going to get a free hit off the fans either.
Yeah.
You
Before we
see
continue,
how crazy that is, though.
yeah.
But it has nothing to do with the owner.
I agree.
Before we continue, I want us to. I think people don't understand when we said emotion. So, like Pop saying, "How is it obvious FSG want less emotion? He's leaving. They didn't fire him." Facts. Pop, fair point. Unless they come out and said that, but I haven't seen any media. Okay, so I'll explain why I say less emotion, and then I'll let the rest of the panel also explain this. When I said they want less emotion, Liverpool, when Klopp came in, the system that FSG built was called hire within, promote within. To me, that's emotions, right? When Klopp is leaving, what was the perfect thing to do? Help Lenders continue the journey. To me, that's emotion. Keep everybody, let the down data go, and keep everybody, and then replace it with certain people that we've missed. So the fact that they cleaning house, people do understand. We don't have anybody in club is doing more than just coaching now. That George guy is that he's not even a part-time. He's per diem director of football. When we need him, we call him. You know what I mean? He's a per diem thing, right? So the fact that they clean house, that means the director of football and the new manager and the new assistants are not the only hire they're gonna have. From what I'm hearing, the medical staff also might be being looked at as a possible.
Yeah, they are. They are.
You all might have to also move on. So that's what I'm talking about. Less emotion, because the emotion part will be, hey, Klopp is leaving. Next person is Pep Linders and whoever is following him. Right? The only people staying, from what I understand, is the academy coaches. And I even hear that one or two of them might also leave. So to me, that's the emotion part. So when they say less emotion, that means we coming in, clean house, brand new staff, new manager, new assistant, new training, medical training team, director of football, and then even the CEO, because I think that's what they were trying to get Edwards to do. So that's what I'm saying. Zuberi or K-Mac, if you guys want to explain when you say less.
Is it Billy Hogan or Mike Gordon? One of them are going as well.
Yeah, I think the CEO, who is
Mike
the
Gordon.
CEO right now. Yeah, Mike Gordon, yeah.
Mike Gordon's gone. You know what? I really didn't think about it like that, Colonel. That was a really good point. Like, it could have been different, by the way. I still think we probably would have signed a few of the same players we have. Maybe not Gravenberch, maybe not Endo, but I think we might have signed McAllister and Zabolsai. I think they were probably.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
they were probably from the committee. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying we get the same players, but as a manager, you need a free hit.
That's a really good shout.
Dude, the free hit sets, like, we all play FIFA and EAFC, whatever the case may be. You're starting at season July 1st. Few manager actually starts July 1st. Most manager, they come in with a free hit and they get time to really learn how to navigate and see what really is needed. Dude, you come in July 1st, you really have to take the team through the preseason. You can't just come here and be like, you ain't good enough based off the training ground. You haven't seen them in game. So a free hit, managers that come in without a free hit, bro, it's dangerous territory. Pochettino came in with a free hit. Look at him now. Well, sorry. I mean, he came in without a free hit.
Yeah.
Didn't he start July 1st?
Yeah.
Bro, it's just football in term. And
I get you as well. And if they'd have come in when after Klopp had been sacked when he should have been before Christmas, which was definitely, they'd have been able to assess the coaching staff as well, and they'd have been able to work a lot of things out. And then by the end of the season, they'd already had an idea of who they want, what they want to change, and then the next season they can start implementing it. And we're out of Europe, because we probably wouldn't have got into Europe with a different guy, and then we could have just concentrated on rebuilding the midfield, rebuilding the system, all of that kind of stuff, in-house stuff. And then the following season, he's then had 2 transfer windows. Then he's ready to go. which would be the end of this season.
Yeah, and to answer the Pop and Redbird again, if Pep Linda doesn't want to manage under any other manager, which is fair. I've been here. Why am I being keeping as a second manager again? He's been here since what's the name? Rogers was here. So he deserved to be the main dude. But the owners are not giving him that position. They bring in somebody else. That's what I'm saying. So if those managers, like Bejan is saying, if those guys wanted to stay, they will ask to stay. But the new person, the new person doesn't want it. The owners and the new person probably don't want the same people to stay. So if Perlindes was the manager who was going to be the next manager after Klopp, I promise you that most of these coaches would have stayed. So it's this is the part where people need to understand. These owners, since people are forgetting, since before Rogers, when since Ken Kenny was there, we have the same people in that back office for a long period of time. Edwards was promoted 3 times.
Yeah.
Let me show you something. It doesn't
Linda's
shift
was
the
as well,
needle.
by the way.
Yeah,
was
it doesn't. It doesn't shift the goalpost.
He's been there since Rogers.
It didn't shift the goalpost much, or what I'm about to say doesn't shift the goalpost much. But what people need to understand, bro, the power of a free hit. Gerrard got sacked, and Klopp is playing badly, right? And Emery took over. Everyone rates Emery in the Europa League. People think that's his level. People might think what I'm about to say now is hindsight. I've been saying this before the last World Cup last year. You can go check that. Emery is the type of manager that's never really given a fair shake at a big club. I'm thinking, okay, could Liverpool be the club to take him above and beyond? Probably not, because of his accent and shit like that. It may not really connect with the fans. What I'm trying to say is he came in after Gerrard and took Villa from like 16 or 17, and made him relevant because of that free hit that he got. He's still working out a few kinks, but look where he's at off of that free hit. A free hit as a manager is very vital because you have boots on ground, no pressure, no expectation. Look at Tuchel. He took over from Lampard. I don't think Lampard would have won Champions League final. I don't think Lampard could have did it. But he took over. They already got to the group stage. He has a free hit in the knockout stages. That's bro. A free hit as a manager is the most important thing because you actually have boots on ground a couple months. You can already think ahead. Okay, Klopp came in. He had a free hit. Didn't have the right players, but he definitely have a free hit. And he took us to 2 finals from that free hit. Didn't win them because he didn't have the right tools. But what did he do the next season? You know, Bobby Firmino, I like the way you run. You know, you can do that false 9 thing that I'm trying to implement. You want to try it? All right, come. You know what? I'm going to go get that Sadio Mane guy. I'm going to put him on the right. Okay, that look nice. Rob Mane, you know what? I see what you did on the right. But I'm going to go get this guy.
Yeah.
Managers need a free hit. I don't know no manager that just comes in July 1st and bangs. I don't know none.
It's going to take time. And again, Bob, I'm saying, remember, Perlindes was not Klopp's. He didn't bring Perlindes from from Dortmund. You forget, the only person he brought from Dortmund was, what's his name? Buvac. The rest of them was people he actually handpicked from other places, and some of them were already there. This is what I'm saying.
Munich. He got loads of people from Munich.
Yes, he got a lot of people from Munich.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Even if he was fired, yes, some maybe 1 or 2 people would have left with him. I guarantee you the rest of them will stay because they were there before him. Same as Pep Lindes was there before him. You guys, you have to understand, this is a clean day, cleaning house. None of the old people. Remember, Pep is gonna go find a new job.
I think you're putting too much. I think you're putting too much power on FSG in the Jurgen Klopp decision. Because to be honest, let's not disrespect the man's decision. He gave us 9 years. He's the longest standing manager in the Prem to date. If he's tired, bro, you can be tired. I worked 10 hours or more yesterday. When I came in, Quasi, I was tired, fam. You do get tired. So if he's tired, and he looked at his staff and say, "Yo, you men are still under contract, whether I go or stay. But if I can negotiate you men's exit, would you want to leave as well?" If they all look at Klopp and go, "Bro, yeah, you know what? We need a sabbatical as well. We'll put in a shift. We're leaving." I don't want you to give FSG that credit to say they're the one cleaning house, because it could just be a domino effect. The manager says he's tired. The coaches is like, "You know what, man? I don't think I can go to the ringer, the same club, the same facility with a new guy who may or may not like me." Because the last thing Pep Linders wants is to be standing in the wings as number 2. The new guy comes in and say, "Fuck off."
No, I agree.
I'll probably cry. Let's be honest. You're the new training, you're the new throwing coach. You're like, I bleed Liverpool. You're beating your chest, and you guys come in like, "Yo, fuck off." Yeah. Well, you're gonna feel like a shit. So if I get the option to jump ship with the guy, I'm jumping ship. Bro.
No, I get that. But the thing that I want people to also understand is Pep Linders is ready. You remember, he left Liverpool at one point to go be a manager someplace else, and club brought him back. So he is ready to be taking over and maybe the main guy. So yes, we are all speculating, true. But I see it as the club told the owners in November. And then by January or February, we hear that all of them are gone. So to me, that tells me that the new person that's coming wants a brand new slate. Or the owners want a brand new slate for the owners. Now, Pep said Moyes, when he went to Man U, did the same thing and it didn't work well. That's because the main 2 guys from Manchester United left, which was David Gale, who left the year before, and then Alex Ferguson the year after. Those were just the 2 people who had the team, the whole Manchester United on lock. Liverpool does not run that way. Liverpool, everything is systematic. So before you could, that's why we say that we are not going to fall off like Man U or Wenger.
No, we could. No, quasi.
We could, but I don't think we will. We could, but I don't think we will.
We could.
I think there's more. Sorry, K-Mac. I'm gonna jump out as well. And Bayesian Pops, I see your comment about Villa and Chelsea. The free hit wasn't about now. The free hit was about last October. That the new manager should have gotten a free hit back then. Now there's no free hit, and that's sad. But Quasi, what I wanted to say to you is this. The reason why we could fall off is, like I said, the success of a manager coming in from July 1st, and that's his first day. Bro, he doesn't know what it's like playing away in a Liverpool Prem game. So he doesn't know how these players really react. This manager is solely going off of training room stuff. We know players train differently than in game. We know this. And if the manager is making future decisions based off what he's seen at the training pitch, and man doing keep-ups in garbage cans, and then putting them in game, bro, it doesn't work. And then when you're talking about a completely new house from July 1st, we're basically saying this up-and-coming season is a throwaway season. Here's why that is sad. We're doing that. Hopefully we get in Champions League back. Do you want to have a free hit in a Champions League competition? That's not the season you want to do a free hit in. The new manager needs a free hit. You can't get the new guy and tell me December he's out of here because I don't like what I see. Bro, how is that fair? I'm not rooting for the new guy, by the way, because I don't want him to be 10th where Chelsea's at, and I'm like, trust the process. We mean trust the process. We're going from Champions League to no Champions League. That's not a process I want to trust. So what I'm saying, Bayesian Pops, is the free hit should have been last season, where we know the following season it may or may not be Europe based on how the guy gets on. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Emery took Villa from 17 and bring them to a conference or Europa, wherever they. That's what a free hit did for Villa. Yep. You think Villa would have been there had they kept Gerrard and trust the process? No, they probably would have got relegated. Am I right?
De Zerbi got a free hit. Look what De Zerbi did. He got a free hit.
Took him to Europa.
We're gonna ask the new manager. The new manager is gonna say what Poch is saying. Trust the process. Them men are 11th. They were 12 last season. They were 10th last season. Now they're 11th. Liverpool new manager is gonna say, you know, there's gonna be some changes, kind of David Moyes-esque. There's gonna be some changes. Just trust the process.
Yeah.
That's what the new man is gonna be saying. While we have Champions League, the process better be winning that goddamn Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Bejan, I need you to come on and tell me what your point is. Maybe I'm misreading what you're saying. My whole thing is, we know for sure. No speculation. We know that the whole backroom staff are gone, right? Everybody's gone.
All I'm saying is when the new
That's all we know.
Process, I better not hear no FSG.
Yeah. So everything is going to be, and that's why I'm not too mad at Virgil, because he's right. Everything is going to be brand new. Nobody knows anything.
You know what? While we're kicking the hornet's nest, K-Mac, I feel like when you're here, K-Mac, I do kick the hornet's nest a lot. So I'm going to keep it consistent. Xavi is in the Europa League, right?
Yeah.
If he doesn't win the Europa League, but he win Bundesliga, could we say to him, come to Liverpool, you have no free hits, we're in the Champions League, go and win the Champions League?
I know. I've said this. It's you can't expect that. Like,
what do you mean we can't expect it? Man said there's no free hit.
I mean, you can't expect a manager to put so much on the line. Like I said this in a show yesterday, actually. I said I wouldn't be surprised if Alonso, if he wins the Bundesliga and does a double, like does a cup double, I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed with Leverkusen for another year or two. Because that's the right thing to do as a manager, like for your career. You know, you're on a high. You've just got your club to win trophies. You know, you're now settled with the club. Why are you going to go and completely jump ship and go straight into a new club, new league, new system, new everything? Like throwing yourself right to the wolves. Like Alonso's not stupid. He knows everybody hates Liverpool. Like he knows that we're a hated club because our manager has done things which no one else has been able to do, and we're clickbait. We're an easy target. You know, that's just the way it works. So for me, I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed, and we maybe got a guy for a stopgap who gets a free hit. But if Klopp wins like a double or a treble or a quadruple,
whoever comes in,
he
man,
really leaves it. He
you.
leaves the next manager with a really hard job.
Well, Kwasi, that brings me back to your point where you're saying we're not gonna fall off. If we win a treble, let's minimize it to something more even realistic. If we just win Europa League, the two cups, or even the Prem, whichever treble you want to take, Kwasi, you can't give me a name of the next manager that's gonna come in and pick up a trophy. You can't.
I can give you one, but I don't want him.
Who's that? No, let me hear it.
Well, I know this guy would come in and probably win a trophy the next year, and that'd be Mourinho or Conte. You know he would. I don't want him.
Why they did that Spurs.
I don't want it, but you know he would.
But wait. Before you go, I want to jump off, man. But it's getting
before you go to
I want to entertain.
Bob said we were talking about taking emotion out of it. So in a way, he is right. You give a free hit, that's the emotions you added into there, right?
Yeah, but here's it. Okay. So this question, big up yourself, Pops. This question right here ties in with what I was gonna joke about, right? So Trophy Marino comes in 2 months tops. His first comment is Trent is lazy. 2 months in, Trent is lazy. I'm working with the guy.
Cheering the TV.
The fans will be split.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
I'd be like, that guy's got eyes.
Wait. I'm not done yet. Gravenberch doesn't run enough for me.
Yeah, that's K-Mac. The K-Mac has jumped into his head.
Bring in Mourinho.
Okay, like, see, I didn't want to entertain you. But the emotions out of it, though, Beijing Pops, that's what it would really be. Because let's say Jose Mourinho comes in, right? Because we need to just keep it ticking over for trophy's sake. And he's a trophy guy, right? Bro, Mourinho, there's no emotion. The man just talks football the way football should be talked about. Like, yeah, if you're in the middle of the park and you ain't tracking back, bro, you're lazy. Bro, you're lazy. You look short eating up burgers and milkshake like you're Zabiri doing engineering work, bro. Yo, you're fat. The man calls it like he sees it. The man takes emotion completely out the game. The man says, do this. If you do it, I get you to a final. He did it at Spurs. Spurs got to a final, bro.
Yep.
So when you talk about emotions out of it, I'm not saying I want Trophy Mourinho. I think he needs to hang it up. He's
done.
Amazing for the game. I love and respect that man to the end of time. But if we're taking emotions out of it, man, we have to be honest. The new guy coming in, every new manager, we cannot then say because he's a Liverpool manager, there shouldn't be a process. But we can't. It's not fair. And if Klopp wins the double, if Klopp win the double the same way he won the double, the season before last, well, we can't then come in and say, oh, the next guy coming in should be winning the treble. Bro, that's not. Let's be honest, man. Pep came in. I think when Pep came in, Chelsea won it. Because I think it went Leicester, Chelsea,
Chelsea, and then City.
So even Pep had a free hit. No, let that sink in. Man, don't want to believe me. Even Pep had a free hit.
If all that money.
And I'm talking Guardiola, by the way. He had a free hit and he got rid of 14 players.
In 1 year.
14 players. So our new manager needs a free hit. I don't know who he is, but he needs a free hit. And then the next following season, he's going to get rid of 14 men or 10. 10 max. Can't get rid of
14. This man said no, they will not.
Beijing Pops, I'll be tuning in. Now,
I'll be tuning in on the show.
I'll be tuning in to watch you cuss every week.
Get on the next show, Beijing.
I might be.
I know, Beijing. You need to come on this show.
Don't pressure him. Don't pressure him. Just tune in.
I need to find him so that I put him on the show.
Beijing Reds TV. You will see enough of them. Listen, subscribe over there, people. Beijing, please. Trust me when I say this. Because I've been talking.
It's great for watch-alongs. I always do.
Yeah, I've been talking to you on Copish for the longest. All I'm saying, bro, when he comes in, you might be the first fan to be like, yo, this guy ain't it. But I'll be tuning in to either agree or disagree with some of your points. Because maybe there's a game I'm agreeing with you. Maybe there's a game I'm like, nah, Pops. You know what I'm saying? Let man slide a little bit. There's injuries. The missus is cheating, whatever the case is. All I'm saying, Pops, you know what I'm saying? We need to make sure we're giving him the right justice. Don't tell me man should be sacked because he lost the City.
I'm not asking for Jose Mourinho, mate. I'm not saying that. You didn't hear me.
Nah, yo, Pops, that's Trophy Mourinho. Man got a lot of trophies. We got a lot of trophies still.
So if you guarantee the trophy, then you get him or Conte. Like you get a trophy in the first year.
Yeah. Okay. Devil's advocate, right?
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho, July 1st, guarantees you 2 trophies. Doesn't matter if it's Champions League, Prem, FA Cup, whatever. Jose Mourinho guarantees you 2 trophies. Xavi Alonso guarantee you 3 trophies, but the following season. So Xavi Alonso comes in July 1st, no trophies for that season. Trophy Mourinho comes in, guarantee you 2 trophies. Are you giving a free hit to Xavi or are you going for the 2 trophies?
Free hit to Xavi.
Free hit for Xavi. Quasi, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Free hit?
Yeah, free hit to Xavi, yeah.
Pops, I need you in a comment because you said Mr. No free hit. So your options are Trophy Mourinho, July 1st, guarantees you 2 trophies. Any 2 you want, or free hit. So everyone's going free hit Xavi. I don't know, man. I think I'll take them 2 trophies still. Here's what. It's a win-win for me. It's a win-win for me. My team gets 2 more trophies. And Trophy Mourinho gets 2 more trophies. And I rate him. He constantly get trophies and go to
but the thing is, this is the thing, though. This is the thing that people need to understand with Liverpool. We are not Chelsea, where every 2-3 years we go to, or every year we fire the manager. This is it's going to be a long process, right? So if it's Xavi, we are looking at Xavi for at least minimum of 5 years.
Bro, it took like 4 years to get us.
Haven't we?
I don't want that.
Exactly. So imagine if we do the Chelsea one and then 2 years in, you out. We're like, bro, the last man it took him 4 years. If you give me 2 more, I win something. You know?
Haven't we only had about, I think it's 17 managers in our history?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chelsea
the
had
number
that.
is low.
Really,
Yeah, the
really
number-
low. It's a really low number.
Chelsea man had 11 since Klopp was here.
I think we've had like 7. It might be 17. It might be less than 17. You know.
No, what was the
what I'm
last
trying
time
to
we
say
gave?
is
It's really low. Really low.
Last time
Chelsea
Zubair,
had
you said
11 since
11.
Klopp was here.
This club is
It's
there.
Since
insane.
Klopp's been here, Chelsea had 11.
It's insane, isn't it?
All right, Tuesday. Are you on X? I don't think I've seen you on X. So I can send you the link. Or if anything, you know, I might have to get you on WhatsApp so I can send you the link. So when you're available, you join us for the barbershop talk. But yeah, gents, thank you so much. We need to get out of here. Thank you, K-Mac, for jumping on. And then the kennel, please. Thank you so
Great
much
show.
for taking the time to be here. People in the chat, Pops, Redbird, Mars, Alexander, a whole bunch of people came in through today. Gene, all them people. Neil was here, Brian. Sorry if I forgot your name. There's more people than I can mention, but we'll be back again. Yeah, this conversation is gonna keep going. But most importantly,
I'm going over Bayesian Reds, bro, because you see Pops, yeah. Pops he's been on the fence, he's ducking, he's tiptoeing.
I know what I'm saying. I don't want emotions, no free hits.
He says no free hits. Then I said,
but I want emotions.
Gonna get you trophy. Then
yeah.
he's saying free hit. I don't know, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to know. I'm gonna be there tonight. I've been watching the Super Bowl. Niners is winning, people, and then Ivory Coast, please don't let these Niger people win because it'll hurt my feelings. But
that's emotion. Ivory Coast is emotion.
I don't like both of them. The thing is, I don't like both of them. It's just that I'd rather have Ivory Coast win. You know, was it the best of the two devils? But yeah. This is how it's going to be. Thank you, guys. You know, Liverpool won yesterday. That's the most important part. Appreciate y'all. I got Canel here, K-Mac here, Quincy Bowl. Peace.